Tab that you bust, scream and fight, tag the lights at the lights. Every night you fight, take the sight, live the sights, baby shows and escapades. That's the arcade, pixelated story lesson, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, brushing seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, lights extremes, Saturday gleams, so day gleams, so it seems nothing rings. Razors, channel, riot, loud, crowd unbowed, techno sound, pulses pound, dream astound, youth unbound, joy profound, lost and found, channel raver on the prowl, echoes howled.
It's like a Saturday morning ball of super sugary cereal, and for some reason the microphone's on the floor, and I only just noticed. That might explain a few things. Good morning and welcome. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning here at Site B on a lovely Saturday morning, the day before the Super Bowl. Steve and I are enjoying a 47-degree spring morning, and it's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's time to sit back, relax, take a breather, set aside all the chaos and anarchy and anger of the past week, and just take a friendly stroll through the world of YouTube to shout out a few tabletop role-playing game content creators who maybe don't get enough attention or maybe get too much attention. So we've got a plethora. Would you say I have a plethora, Hefe? A plethora of new channels to look at. Looks like we have about 10. My employees are maybe going a little overboard. I don't know, 10. Every time I think, there can't be any more, we find like more. So thanks to my 2 employees, Jeff's Gamesbox and Tabletop Role Playing Games with Wolf of Phototech, for sending me these many links. As always, we're trying to focus more and more on guys who aren't doing Dungeons and Dragons. It's difficult, but we do want to kind of, explore the nooks and crannies of the tabletop role-playing game community on the tube of you, and try and find those guys out there who are struggling to make it on their own without just jumping on the 6th edition Dungeons and Dragons bandwagon, especially for the month of February, because as promised, we're still currently at 2,000 subs, so we're not talking about Wizards of the Coast or Dungeons and Dragons for an entire month, maybe possibly 2 months, because it's Mega Power Munch next month. So I apologize if any of these are tabletop role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons channels, but hey, at least we're shouting them out. So we will start from the beginning and work our way through and see what we see. Thank you once again to Jeff's Gamesbox and Tabletop Role-Playing Games with Wolf of Phototech. All right, so we have number 1 today. We have John the Wise. John has 14.3K subscribers, and he looks like he does mostly Cyberpunk. I make Cyberpunk 2020 Red 2077 content aimed at anyone who plays the games or GMs looking for tips. Everything is newbie friendly. Hey, did you know I worked on Cyberpunk and a Cyber Generation? Yeah, anybody remember Cyber Generation or the Fusion system? That was me. Anyways, John does Cyberpunk. And he's got 14.3K subs with 308 videos. So obviously he's got his game down. He also looks like that professional wrestler who used to be in the Dark Order. Wonder if they're the same guy. Probably not. Yeah. All right. So John doesn't really need any help from us because he's got 14.3 as opposed to R2. But still, it's nice to find some Cyberpunk out there doing some Cyberpunk Red. Hey, anybody remember that I worked on Cyberpunk and Cyber Generation and Fusion System and Champions of the New Millennium? Yeah. And Steve's found himself a toy to play with. All right, John. Thank you for being one of the few brave souls who are talking about games that aren't Dungeons and Dragons, and congratulations on getting 14.3 subs talking about something that isn't D&D. Cyberpunk. I don't even really need to look at his channel. He talks about Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, a game that's near and dear to my heart, how it has been. I love the interlock system and all the systems that it grew up to become, like Silhouette and Fusion, of course. Love the Cyberpunk genre. I was a huge Cyberpunk guy when it first came out. You know, I had my trench coat, I had my mohawk. Yeah, I just dived in. I wrote the complete Cyberpunk dictionary, which is, I don't know whatever happened to that. Barry did something with it. My mom keeps saying I should like return to that, and I was like, I don't know. It seems maybe, I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So obviously, Cyberpunk has a special place in my heart. Archisolian has a special place in my heart. The Poundsmiths have a special place in my heart. So thank you, John the Wise, for giving some love to Cyberpunk. All right. Moving on up. Too many today. All right. So that was John the Wise. Then we've got Realmsmith. Realmsmith has 34.9 subscriber. It's Jason Asiato and the cast of Into the Mist, an official D&D 5e Curse of Strahd live stream campaign through the treacherous plane of Baravia. He's got Adam Menzie, Brandon Perkins, David Morin, Joel Argua, Noah Abram, Omega Jones, all in his campaign. And apparently Deborah Ann Roll has shown up. Do these names mean anything to anybody? He did a Smurfs role-playing game. So, hey. All right, so Realmsmith has 34.9 subscribers with only 486 videos. So again, here's somebody who doesn't really need my help. If anything, we would love to be friends with this guy so he can give some help to us. But he apparently has some connection with Deborah Ann Wool, which is cool, 3 years ago. His most recent video is 2 months ago, where we talked about Smurfs, did a live play of the Smurfs role-playing game, and did the Ultimate Game Master screen review, did some stuff with Shadowrun, did a lot of Shadowrun, it looks like. Cyberpunk, Into the Mist, D&D, Curse of Strahd. Well, at least right now he's doing Shadowrun and not Dungeons & Dragons, so that's nice. Congratulations on 34.9 subscribers. Realmsmith, what is your secret? Please share it with the rest of us. And here's a like and a share and surprise. Share and subscribe. Oh, God, it's going to be one of those days. Share and surprise for being awesome and getting to meet Deborah Ann Wool and people whose names I guess mean something. I don't know. This one came to us from Jeff's Games Box. He's called Crust Monster. He's got 119 subscribers. Here's somebody that we could definitely, you know, and he likes tabletop role-playing games. Let's give him a like, share, surprise. And he makes tokens. And he shows you how to make tokens.
When you don't have miniatures, tokens are the next best thing. I'm going to show you the easiest way I know to make them.
And he does this in a minute.
It starts with furniture pads. Those things you put on the legs of couches so they don't scuff the floor.
You can find those way cheaper at like the dollar store.
1 inch, so they're perfect for the battle mat. And they're adhesive, so you can just stick on some art. Speaking of art, making it yourself is probably best, but it does take a while.
All right, so there we go. Cool. He makes tokens out of furniture things. He spends $8 for those. Crust, you can find those at any dollar store or 99-cent store or whatever, and you don't have to spend $8 for them. You can find furniture things way cheaper than that, dude. So that's my shout out to you, Crust Monster. Little Ralph Baskey art right there, and the guy's got some artist talent. He does weird little games like Into the Odd, Long Shot City. He does some superhero. He's got some Troikia. He's got Crane, Electric Bastionland, whole bunch of different stuff. And I love the idea of his little D&D tokens. That's something we could all borrow. Look at his cute little character record sheet he did. But dude, again, you don't have to spend $8 on these. You could find these at any dollar store or anything like that, any discount type store for way cheaper. But still, what a great idea for these little furniture pads. So this guy definitely deserves some love. And look, he's got his cute little crust monster thingy there. His cute little rust monster. That's so cute, dude. That's awesome. Anybody recognize this art? Did he make this or did he borrow it? Anyways, yeah, awesome. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being awesome and making cute stuff on your channel. We appreciate you. All right, this is Amaron, not Eminem, Amaron. Amaron is the GM of the Neon Inferno and tabletop role-playing game content creator that focuses on the cyberpunk genre. Yes, more love for cyberpunk. He's got a Twitch, a Discord, a Patreon, and a Twitter. He's got 937 subscribers. We can get this guy's up to 1,000 because, again, here's somebody doing some cyberpunk red. And again, you know, like I just said, cyberpunk, near and dear to my heart. Love the genre, loved the books, huge William Gibson fan. One of the few people who's seen Church Windows, probably. The cyberpunk soap opera. Wrote cyberpunk, you know, including Gideon's Run, wrote the cyberpunk dictionary. So Emeron, thank you very much for giving some love and support to my beloved cyberpunk genre. Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate the channel. We can get you up to 1,000. Thanks for being awesome. If you ever want to talk about cyberpunk, reach out to me because, you know, I don't have a lot of stories for cyberpunk, but I definitely have a few. You know, a little love to Mike Poundsmith and Artisolian for creating cyberpunk. This is Willanona's K. Willanona has 4.2 subscribers and one video. No. Let's see. I think I've subscribed to you before, Willanona. I don't know why you're on the list today, but this is Willanona's Cave. The last video they made was 2 days ago. Willanona this is a channel where I play role-playing games solo and try my best to make them as entertaining and educational as much as possible so you can play your favorite role-playing game system soon. And he's done some books. He's got a Patreon. And 4.3 subscribers with only 4.2 thousand subscribers with only 313 videos doing just what I'm doing. I need to watch some of these people playing solo play since I'm doing solo play and it's not getting any subs. Wow, I'm definitely doing it wrong if these guys are getting so many great subs just doing solo play. Thank you for being awesome, Willow. Congratulations on the success of your channel. This is the second time we've given you a shout out because I've already subscribed to you, it looks like. So, but still, thank you for being awesome, guys. Check out this channel. Solo play is the future of the genre, I think, for a while. Solo play and indie zines. You know, the tabletop role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons bubble has burst. It's not cool anymore. Mike Mearls himself has said that. So it's time to explore other options. And here's a guy doing it with just solo play of very different type games. So thank you, Willanona, Wilhelmina, blah, 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 blah. I don't know your name. Blah, we did that one. All right, this guy's called King Oga Tauntaun. King Oga Tauntaun. Okay, I love the guy just for his name. He's a Pathfinder 2nd Edition DM. He says, Pathfinder 2nd Edition is a great game, but confusing. Watch my channel for tutorial videos that focus on teaching you the rules. And he's wearing a dunce cap. And he has a rap battle of Dungeons and Dragons versus Pathfinder. And he just does Pathfinder, 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 Pathfinder. Pathfinder with this goofy little hand-drawn stick figure art, which I actually love. Does he do these himself? Looks like he does some live play too. And he covers each. Oh, there's the beep from my medicine being delivered for the day. You guys all know I get those every couple days. The drugs to keep the brain moving. And he has got 17.4 subscribers with only 83 videos. Again, 17.4 subscribers. King Oga Tauntaun doesn't really need my help. If anything, we need his help to get up to 5. And this guy's got 17 and he's only done 83 videos. What the fuck am I doing wrong, guys? Anyways, King Oga Toga, thank you for being awesome and for making awesomely fun-looking Pathfinder content with these cute little cartoons. This is probably why he's getting the views. Look, I hope he draws these himself. Look at this cute little animation he does. He does this all himself. Look at this. Coolness. Thank you, dude. All right, we got another Squirrel. This is our second squirrel that we found. This is Ral Danasha. Ral Danasha has 1.25 subscribers and 274 videos. RPGs, digital tools, and how to use them, and a few actual plays to show them in use. I have particular interest in the games from Free League, thank you, and also using Foundry to run my games. You will find both English and German language content on the channel, although some of the German content has been split to a new channel, link in the banner. Here's a link to their German channel. They've got a Ko-Fi and Twitch. They're on Twitch, and they do live plays, and here's them doing a Warhammer live play. Here's them doing a Wild West live play. Here's them talking about Conan, Dragonbane, Symborium, Blade Runner, Coriolis, Vossum, Forbidden Lands, Harlem Unbound. I don't remember when that one was about. What was Harlem Unbound about? Vossen, Alien, some digital tools, live streams, Lord of the Rings, all sorts of stuff. And look, notice no Dungeons and Dragons, no D&D anywhere to be seen with 1.25 subscribers. And they're a squirrel. Squirrel. I mean, a squirrel that's running Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, squirrels are awesome. I love squirrels. Who doesn't love squirrels? And the fact that the squirrel is talented enough to take a break from eating nuts and getting ready for the winter and being cute to run a tabletop role-playing game. I mean, they're successful tabletop role-playing games. Congratulations, squirrel. I mean, even squirrels have to branch out into new areas, right, to survive in today's world. Talk about adapting. Congratulations, squirrel. All right. The next up is Questroll. Questroll. Thank you again to Jeff's Gamebox and Tabletop Role-Playing Game of Wolf of Phototech for sending me these. Questroll is your gateway to the thrilling world of tabletop role-playing games hosted by the passionate Indian tabletop role-playing game enthusiasts. This channel delves into popular systems like Dungeons & Dragons, Dragonbane, Shadowrun, and other tabletop role-playing game systems. Join us in our engaging gameplay sessions as we learn the ins and outs of these games together as players, viewers, and dungeon masters alike. Based in Bengaluru, Bengaluru, we're building a community of adventurers eager to roll dice and tell epic stories. So they are not in the United States. They are overseas in India. And they have 32 subscribers, 13 videos. And the last time they posted a video was 11 days ago talking about Dragonbane, Project Medusa for Outgunned. Outgunned is the new game coming out from our friends at Free League. Some more Outgunned. Checking out Alchemy RPG VTT. Yes, there are a few other VTTs out there besides the big two. Alchemy is one of them. I'm not familiar with Alchemy, but I mean, it can't be worse than Roll20. So look at this guy go, and overseas. So he's playing on another country, and it looks like the game to play over there in India is Dragonbane, not Dungeons and Dragons, proving more and more that Dungeons and Dragons' grip on the tabletop role-playing game community is slowly slipping away, and I, for one, am happy. And there's the door. Morning, Brian. Thank you. How are you? Right back. How about the rain's done? Easy. Oh, the life of an old man. Hi, Steve. I don't know enough about the Indian tabletop role-playing game community over there in India. So hopefully this guy can reach out to us and let us know what tabletop role-playing game theirs are like. You know, I love to run into people from other states, other countries, other planets, to talk about what D&D and tabletop role-playing game was like over there. Like, which was the first big game, you know? Because it's not always Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, there are huge gaps in my tabletop role-playing game history where nobody was playing D&D here in Southern California. You know, pretty much my entire childhood, from the time I moved to the San Fernando Valley to the time I went to college, almost 10 years, nobody was playing Dungeons and Dragons. I think I was in one D&D game, Tom Lindereen's D&D game. Everything else is superheroes. Superheroes were huge. And then when I went up north, it was GURPS and other games. I don't remember us playing. Well, no, we played D&D briefly before we switched it to GURPS. But yeah, and then when I came back south, as you know, that was when D&D was really big. My 15-year long. But whenever I talk to somebody like from another state, and then I'm like, okay, in California, this is, and then and when I like get lucky enough to talk to somebody from like England or Canada. So I would love to talk to you, Questroll. If you ever hear the sound of my voice and want to arrange a brief interview about what the tabletop role-playing game community over there in India is like and how, it became a thing. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, we got something. This guy's Dad Gaming Online. Hi, Dad. And this is Dad Gaming Online. Dad Gaming Online has 189 subscribers, 185 video. That's cool. That's like almost one subscriber per video. Video games, hobbies, tabletop role-playing games, board games, cooking, commentary, podcasts, chats, and so much more. I'm just a dad who plays games and talks to people on the internet. Here he is talking about trying new things like video games. Here he is talking about how to play a video game. Masters of Pen and Paper, talking about Pirate Borg. Here's one talking about Heroes Against Darkness. Here's one talking about Session Zero, Call of Cthulhu, Paranoia. So he does podcasts where he talks about different games. He's got some short. It's where he talks about different games, mostly video games. He does video games and tabletop. That's cool. I assume because he's a dad, he's playing the tabletop with one of his kids. So maybe there's him doing some world building. Cool stuff. Hey, Dad. Thanks for being awesome, Dad. You got 189 subscribers, but you just got a subscriber out of me because, hey, man, spreading the D&D love to the next generation. I've got my niece playing D&D now, much to the chagrin of her parents. They all want her to go out and doing sports and stuff. And every time I see her, she's like, I just want to play Minecraft and D&D with you, Uncle OGGM. So yeah, cool. Thank you for sharing the hobby with your kids, Dad Gaming Online. There we go. Don't worry, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Thanks for sticking with me. Blah, 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 blah. This is 4th level fighter. Recently, we encountered 1st level fighter. This is 4th level fighter. 4th level fighter has 156 subscribers and 117 videos. Talks about all things tabletop role-playing games. And here's him doing Mothership, Dragonbane. So it looks like he's doing some plays with his group. Dragonbane, Call of Cthulhu, Vaesen. So a lot of different live plays, it looks like, or solo plays, or just talking about the games. 3 hours of doing Mothership. That sounds like somebody talking about the game or playing the game. Dragonbane. But he's a 4th level fighter. So we've got a 4th level fighter. We've got a 1st level fighter. I wonder if 4th level fighter and 1st level fighter know each other. Or perhaps this is 1st level fighters' account from the future, and now they're 4th level. And we've somehow traveled in time from 1st level to 4th level. Or they're completely separate YouTubers, which makes you wonder, okay, how many other are there out there? Is 2nd level fighter, 3rd level fighter out there? What about thief and cleric and magic user? Do they have their own classes? Does every class have a different YouTube channel for each level? So that means there's 10 of each. There's some secret conspiracy of our player characters for creating YouTube channels to try and get back at us for all the abuse we've done to them over the years. Am I just spinning weirdly for no reason? I don't know. It's just interesting that we ran into 1st level fighter, and a few days later, we run into 4th level fighter. Anyway, 4th level fighter, You get a subscribe. You get a subscribe. You get a subscribe. You get a subscribe. Everybody gets a subscribe. Want to share the love. Where's the love? It's not enough. Let's make tabletop role-playing games on YouTube positive again. This is D20 Dilemma. D20 Dilemma has 2.21K subscribers with 76 videos. Sounds like they know what they're doing. Just as a bunch of friends playing D&D. We've got a Ravenloft live play, I guess. Looks like he's trying to figure out how many peasants does it take to do beat up Strahd. So he's doing like battle simulators, I guess. These are fun. I've seen these before. I don't know how you do them. I guess you just have the VTT run the combats automatically. So here's one with just a bunch of first level nobodies, throwing them at Strahd to see how long it would take and how many. Same thing, kobolds versus a lich. Who would win the fight? I suppose it just depends upon how many kobolds there are and how many fireballs the lich has. Dungeons and Dragons CR4 tournament knockout roll. So he's doing a bunch of CR. This is cool. Tiamat versus knights. The most powerful wizard is Mordecai in D&D is Mordekainen. I don't know. Elminster, I think, gets a little bit more press. Curse of Strahd. And apparently D20 is a dog. So awesome. D20 Dilemma, you are a dog. You're a dog playing role-playing games and running games. I mean, not bad for a species that doesn't have opposable thumbs. But you can run a game. Dragon versus goblins. I think the goblins would eventually just bore the dragon. D&D Monsters tier list. A lot of fun stuff going on this channel. But D&D's obviously centric, and we did promise to avoid Dungeons and Dragons for the month of February, but it was inevitable we would stumble across a few people out there who are fans of Wizards of the Coast, and that's okay. It's just, I love D&D. I just don't love what Wizards of the Coast has done D&D. I mean, is Wizards of the Coast Dungeons and Dragons still Dungeons and Dragons, or is it not Dungeons and Dragons? And that's this whole separate topic for a whole different video that we could do sometime. But again, 2,000 subs. Thank you to each and every one of you. Please help us hit 5,000 at some point in time. We promised no D&D, so I can't give D20 Dilemma as much love as I would like, but I love what I'm seeing. And it's a dog. It's a dog who's hosting a tabletop role-playing game channel on YouTube. That just shows me so much skill. Yeah. So there we go. I think that's all. All of them. We did John. We did Realm Smith. We did Emeron. We did Willanona's Cave. We did Crust Monster. So far, my favorite. We did King Uga Uga Ton. We did Raladash the Squirrel. We did the Quest Roll, our friend from India. Dad Gaming Online. 4th Level Fighter. D20 Dilemma. And that brings us to our VTuber of the week. I haven't seen any new ones recently. So if you are a VTuber and you've got a channel you'd like me to shout out every Saturday, please let me know. I'm always happy to discover new VTubers. When we can't find new ones, we cycle back to ones we absolutely love. And got to give a shout out to Mel. Mel, both one of the pioneers of VTubing and one of the original lewd tubers, and who just manages to remain despite the fact that she works both in the pawn industry and in the tabletop role-playing game industry and in the YouTube video game industry. And she does singing, and she travels the world, and she does sex education, and she is just a wonderful human being. And you could just watch her stuff and not be interested in her adult stuff whatsoever. And even her adult stuff is goofy, if you are curious. And she's one of the first, Mel's one of the first people to do this. She's one of the first who's done lewd tubing and made successful transitions to both types, and still manages to keep a very goofy, sincere, honest, funny, sweet, dorky personality filled with positivity. I mean, she, people say nice things about her and she cries online. So, she sounds like she's a really cool person, if you can, and if prawn's not your thing, and you don't respect that. And if you think she's like a horrible human being, oh, she's just using her sexuality to make money. But you can kindly go fuck her yourself, because I think Mel is fucking awesome. And I am aware that she does prawn. I have never watched any of her prawn. I mean, if that's your thing, it's great. But I've watched her do solo plays. I've watched her do collab plays. She's always fun. Just listening to her and Mouse talk is so wholesome. So nothing for love for Project Melody. Obviously, Project Melody does not need any help from me because she's got millions of subscribers on multiple channels. But who knows? Maybe someday out there, my little voice in the wilderness will reach the ears of one of the YouTubers, VTubers who I love so much. And they might just stop by for a second and go, hey, OGGM, I appreciate you. And that would make my day. Because, I have so much respect for these guys. And, Iron Mouse is one of my heroes. Hakura is my Oshi. I'm absolutely, just love these girls and the guys that do this. So, yeah. Got to give our weekly shout out to a VTuber. Links down below to all the channels we visited if you want to check each and every one of them out. Again, thank you to Jeff's Games Box and Tabletop Role Playing Game from Wolf of Phototech for helping me find these. Thank you to each and every one of these wonderful people out there who are making tabletop role playing game content and trying to be positive. Every week, I want to see less and less of the guys out there who are telling you you're playing wrong, or you're inexperienced, or the OSR did this or did that, or my channel is just dedicated to telling you how shitty somebody else in the tabletop role-playing game community is. And more channels who are just spreading the positivity and the fun and the love of the hobby. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see any more of these negative Nancys, these vultures picking at the corpses of the tabletop role-playing game community. I want to see positive people like Realmsmith and Deborah Ann Wool, and whether they're, shilling for the D&D money, which is fine, or shilling is for the Shadowdark money like I am, which is fine, or doing prawn or whatever, as long as they're trying to just make tabletop role-playing game nerdy and uncool and wonderfully goofy again, and not, getting online and making 4 or 5 videos telling you how you're wrong, you're inexperienced, you're not playing it right, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we don't want that anymore. Anyways, that's it for today. I got to go put the meds away and get myself some coffee because the brain is not percolating the way we would like it. You all have a great Saturday and a great Super Bowl Sunday. We'll be back later on today with, our usual Shadowrun solo play and whatever else stumbles across our way. Till then, here's that song again. If you're not awake now, hearing it one more time, it will wake you up. I will talk to you all later.
Television buzz, screaming flies, haggard lights at the lights. Every night, fight, take the sides, with the sides, baby Joe and the escapade. Let's the arcade, pixelated porn, lesson, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, bursting seams, city gleams, dancing screams.